Hi, it's so beautiful outside. I wanted to take this outside. My name is Cheryl Howard, inspiration, transformation strategist, life purpose coach, author, speaker, and minister. So I'm really excited today because I just wanted to share this little simple tool that I created, which is called the Purpose Passion Finder Journal, which is available actually on my website, but I give you that information a little later. And I had to create this because a lot of people are running to, always have that existential question of why. Why most of us ask that, why am I here? Or what should I do now? What should I do next? Because, purpose change. We go through transitions and sometimes we find ourselves bored or wanting to do something else because we don't feel fully fulfilled. We just want to do something that's gratifying and helpful and simply just serving maybe other people and putting our passions and desires to work. And I believe it does enhance our quality of life because I think even mentally it helps you as well. So maybe you can't fully embrace what's inside of you, the passions and purpose too, because of traumatic experiences. Sometimes we experience things that are so detrimental or it seemed detrimental at that time. We kind of forget about the things that we love and we have passion for, and then we have these disempowering beliefs that we sometimes deal with, and that seem to hold you hostage. Those thoughts can hold you hostage from stepping into your purpose and actually operating in your passion and in your purpose. And so we need to learn how to disempower those things. And I have something on another video on YouTube I call Attacking the Argument. It's a Socratic way of thinking, Socratic way of questioning and being skeptical of your own disempowering thoughts, where they come from. And I often hear people say they don't believe they have a passion and purpose, or they don't know what it is. And I understand that. And like I said, sometimes you either lose it or sometimes things change. And now maybe you have operated in a passion or desire or dream that you once had, and now you need something new. Now you want to engage in a new activity, for this season in your life. Sometimes we have to dig it up from our childhood. There's a lot of things a lot of us probably had dreamed about and imagined as children, but life just sometimes takes you on another path, or you kind of put that to the side and you may forget about it. Sometimes we bury them, under the vicissitudes that we go through, the experiences that we experience in life, and you kind of forget about it. But the reason why I like to take people back to their childhood so they can remember, so they can recall a love and passion that they had for something that they wanted to do, and it helps them really think about, I always wanted to do that. So I like to take them on this discovery mission. I discussed this fully in my bestseller book, Let Me Out, which is available on Amazon, because it's all about finding your purpose, knowing who you are, healing from traumatic experiences. So I kind of put everything together and I share my own experiences and the things I was able to achieve as I started unfolding my strength that led me to one of my purpose, because we can have many, to my niche, whatever you want to call it, to my passions. And so I wanted to do that, to share, to really help somebody else do the same thing. So one of my passions is provoking thought in people, to think deeper about how they affect family, friends, and communities. This is like part of the discovery I did with my own self. And so I'm trying to use this to help you do the same thing. So what kind of effect you have on other people, family members in your community? Think deep about those type of things, how you impact them, how you influence other people, and the feedback that people give you. Number 2 was speaking positive affirmations and focusing on the glass half full. I know that's one of my strengths as well. I don't know what did it when it started. I think it was a way of saving me from going crazy and becoming insane, thinking about the positive side of things, or, the outcome. Another thing, a strength that I have, is pointing out people's skills and spiritual gifts and talent. And sometimes when other people don't know what it is, sometimes they need to hear it from you. Maybe they never heard it, and they need you to kind of point it out for them. We can direct each other and help each other as a community. One of my other strengths is encouraging people, just always having a passion to encourage. And another thing is showing empathy. Showing empathy is not always agreeing, but it's learning how to see the world through somebody else's lens. So these are the questions that I ask myself, and then I kind of take people on as well. But the next set of questions is what I do to help my clients and people I know. And I hope that this helps you as well, because the goal of the questioning is helping you to zero in and on identifying what excites you, what gets you excited and joy and passionate about. It's almost like being in a new relationship and you just can't wait to tell everybody about this new relationship. So now we're talking about a relationship with yourself. One of them is awareness of how you feel when engaging in certain activities and conversations with people. Think about that. What excitement you feel when you engage in certain conversations, and what conversations are you having that makes you feel good, makes you feel joyous about something. Another question is, what do you daydream about? Those preoccupied visions and imaginations that you just always think about. And it takes up a lot of your thought life all the time. And you're always imagining yourself doing that or saying that or being that. What is that? Do you find yourself distracted at work by either keeping your mind on that occupied thought, keeping your mind on something else you'd rather be doing at the time, or performing other activities, your extracurricular activity, whatever you want to call it? What takes away your focus when you're at work and when you're doing something else? I know for me, I'm always thinking about how can I empower people more in my life purpose coaching business, or even in my work that I do as a mental health professional. How can I help this client? I want to be able to really help them change their life so they can look back and say, wow, Cheryl really helped me get to the next level. What are the things, meaning the attributes, the strengths, talent, spiritual gifts, mastered skills, things that you have mastered that multiple people point out to you? What are those things? What are those skills? Do that self-inventory. We don't do it enough because we're too busy. I want you to become unbusy for a moment and ask yourself all of these questions. So this is one of the reasons why I facilitate this exercise called Passion Purpose Finder with clients and with mentees to help them really see what it is, to help point out some things. Maybe they don't pay attention to things that they do or things that they say or what they resonate with or what gives them joy and that excitement. So now I'm calling your attention to it. They don't know about, knowing. It's good to know about the passions and abilities that can be revealed through this particular exercise. And that's what the goal is, to reveal and connect the dots for you and to help you solve that puzzle, solve that problem, that question, that existential question of why am I here? Or what is it that I want to do now? Or who can I serve now? And so that's pretty much what I did, why I created it as well. With this exercise, I believe that you can begin to match your passions and abilities with your professions, your career, your jobs, causes, missions, your calling, whatever. Because even when you do find out what it is you want to do, then you learn how to zero in on your niche. Okay, what do you want to concentrate in? Like when you go to college, people ask, what did you study? What did you major in? So I call this the Purpose Passion Finder exercise. But the good news is I put it together in a book. It is nothing new that I'm doing in this exercise, but many of us don't do it, or we forget about it. So that's why I like to provoke thought. I mentioned that earlier. I like to provoke thought in people. This is provoking thought and action in you as well. And I also wanted to share this with you, and I share it with my clients, but something that I do, but I decided to put it together in one product that somebody can actually use for themselves. And it's free. It's a Purpose Passion Finder e-guide or journal or whatever you want to call it. I call it both of those because it kind of takes you on a guide, but it's also a journal because you can write in it, and I design it. You can actually download it. And I tried to make I think my fields are supposed to be fillable. And you let me know if they're not fillable, and I can send you an extra copy. But it takes you a guide through the process by writing down those things, those answers to those questions, and making it plain, bringing clarity, before moving onto your next step, getting more clarity, kind of giving you some direction at least if you know what your strengths are. I believe it can point you to the next level and to the right direction, and you can start to investigate, okay, how can I use these, implement these passions and tools I have, and what into what? which would be like researching. Now it's time for you to research, listening to the many things your talent, skill, or your gift will qualify you for. What are they qualifying you for? They are qualifiers. They help you towards something. So at least you understand. It's like going to a job interview. They ask you, what are you good at? What are your strengths? And you sit down and tell them what you're good and what what projects you have become successful at. This is also like a purpose passion mapping. So it's like mapping. It's like what we do with mentoring, when we're mentoring youth, career mapping, education mapping. So in order for you to access my free purpose passion finder e-guide or journal, once I decided what to call it, visit my website at SherylWhiteHoward.com, or you can go to my website /blog, GetWhyLifeBack.com, and you'll be able to click on the icon I have up there where you can download it for free. Or you can email me as well. You can sign up to receive emails about events and everything else. And also the Purpose Passion Finder at getyourlifeback7@gmail.com. That's getyourlifeback7@gmail.com, or info@SherylWhiteHoward.com. I also, if you was in one of my groups too, I kind of leave it this kind of available there. But I'm also making it available in paperback, and it will be available on Amazon. And so I'm working on that now. The only final thing I have to do is just get my copyright together, completed, and I'm sending that in as well. I'm basically done right now. So I just wanted to share that with you. I think it's a wonderful tool to get people going, get the juices flowing, and you kind of get excited. I believe when you find out what your passions and purpose are, what your strengths are, it gets you more excited about things. Because then you start becoming investigative, like I said, and you start doing the research, and you start doing that self-inventory. Like, wow, it's just acknowledging who you are and what you possess. It has nothing to do with being conceited or self-puffed up. It's just being more confident because you have more clarity about what it is you want to do. There's so many things. There's things you may just want to adventure off in, and that's fine. That's what life is all about. Things change, you mature, you evolve in certain areas, and that's a wonderful thing. And it's wonderful when you can help other people evolve. That's what I'm trying to do right here. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you go to the website. I hope you download the Purpose Passion Finder. And I can't wait till I have it available on paperback, which I want to do within the next 2 weeks, because at a speaking engagement, I kind of want to have things prepared so when I go, I can have it on hand and people can actually buy it from me on hand. But it's free online right now, and it will be available on Amazon later as well. And it's not going to be expensive at all. It's just really just like a guide, and a lot of people don't do it themselves, so I figured let me help you out and let me put something together to make it easier for you to just do the work, answer the questions, meditate on the questions, think about the questions. And any disempowering thoughts, like I say, anything that rises itself against you trying to live your best life, enhancing your quality of life, being your best self, all of that, you'll learn to dismantle those disempowering thoughts and beliefs. That's what you do. You'll use that Socratic thinking of, let me attack this argument. The argument, when I mean by argument, I mean that voice in your head that's negative, that's telling you, you ain't nothing. You ain't going to be able to do that. I don't know why you're going through all this here. You dismantle that and say, why? Why can't I do that? Sometimes you have to deal with other people. Who said I can't do that? See, that's another thing I didn't put down. That's one of the other mindsets that I have, is I question when people say certain things. Sometimes it's like, question it, like, well, who said that? Who said I can't do that? God didn't say I can't do that unless he did. And sometimes you help other people stop in their tracks and go, I have to think about that. Why can't I do that? Because I believe that when people see you see the empowerment in you and your confidence and your clarity, it inspires them. Whether they admit it or not, it inspires them. People are attracted to confidence. People who are clear about what they want to do, who they are in the world. People love that, so it could stop somebody in their tracks and have them question their own existence. Okay, let me go. I have talked long enough. You have a wonderful week and blessings.